with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God.
Breathing in deeply now. Breathing in deeply and holding it for just a moment. And when you're ready, just let it out. Just exhale and relax. Relax and settle in. For it's the truth. The truth. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with God. Breathing into that now, settling into the truth that I am one. I am one with the heart of the mother. The heart of the mother. We breathe into that heart now. And as we breathe into it, we open our own hearts to receiving it, to receiving that love, that love that only a mother knows, that love that only a mother brings, can share, can give, can receive. That love. I am one with that love. I am one with the mother. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of God, with the heart of the mother. Taking in another deep breath now and holding it for a moment, and then exhaling it and allowing the belly to drop and the shoulders to drop. And in this relaxed state of my body, my mind opens to my divinity and the oneness with the heart of the mother, the oneness with God. And I claim my divinity right now, and I invite you to claim your divinity and settle into that divinity now in a time of silence, in a time of love, in a time of the heart of the mother, in the time of knowing, deeply knowing, in the silence, that I am one with God, in the silence. Alexis. Breathing in and breathing out now. Breathing in, breathing out, and basking in the heart of the mother, basking in that love, allowing myself to be wrapped in it as I begin the journey back to this now moment, to this time and place, wrapped in the heart of the mother. I am one with God. And we take a deep, deep breath in and hold it for a moment. And on the exhale, slowly allow the eyes to begin to open and say, thank you. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen.
This song this morning for all the mothers out there, and it is my prayer that if you haven't heard it already, that one day you will hear these words from your children. Thank you for watching over me all of the sleepless nights you lie awake. Thank you for knowing when to hold me close and when to let me go. Thank you for every stepping stone and for the path that always leads me home. I thank you for the time you took to see the heart inside of me. You gave me the rules to start this life, and then you gave me wings to fly. And I learned to dream because you believed in me. There's no power like it on the earth, no treasure equal to its worth. The gift of a mother's love. Thank you for every sunlit day that filled the corners of my memories. Thank you for every selfless, unsung deed I know you did for me. Thank you for giving me the choice to search my soul till I could find my voice. And I thank you for teaching me to be strong enough to bend. You gave me the roots to start this life, and then you gave me wings to fly. And I learned to dream because you believed in me. There's no power like it on the earth, no treasure equal to its worth. The gift of a mother's love. I thank God for a mother's love.
Bravo. Bravo. That was sung with a mother's love, David Trolley. Thank you. It was beautiful. Thank you. And it's true. But I want to say right up front, and look, if the word mom doesn't bring up all this for you, it's okay. It's okay. You know what? There's another woman in your life that does. I know there is, because there's so many wonderful women out there. And so allow that person into your heart and this morning as we talk about it. And if it is your mom, well then welcome mom in. Let's invite that woman, that mom, whoever mom is for you right now, right into this service. And remember times when mom was holding you close, or that person was holding you close. And I love the every stepping stone. Thank God my mother was there with some stepping stones. I needed them, and at this point in time, it's great to have sunlit memories that fill the corners of our memory, isn't it? Thank you, Mother, and thank you to those of you that are serving today in the service. To Dottie, I think this was Dottie's first time at chaplaining at Sunday morning service. So beautiful, Dottie. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being a chaplain. And Moon, the announcer, a graduate of the Ann Richardson School of Church Announcements. And thank you, Moon, for being there and serving this morning. And Bob McAvoy is always recording behind the scenes, and Kevin is Zoom master of all Zoom operations. And Mary's there behind the scenes, and David Trolley and everybody else. Thank you. And we've got a lot of events coming up, as Moon announced. And don't forget, if you're registered for the picnic that we had to postpone to this week, we'll consider you registered, but go ahead back in and register if you didn't. And I'm looking forward to taking the train and visiting with you all on Wednesday. So we'll see you then, hopefully. And also, I don't know what's going to be going on in that June event, but it sounds like fun. So I'm looking forward to that one too. So get yourselves registered and keep your eyes. Thank you, Mrs. Joy. I'm not allowed to call her Mrs. Duffy anymore. Thank you, Joy, for all the work that you and your team are doing. And as you can see, I've got a new little white one. Well, the same little white one, but who's vying for the queen position now, I think. So she's all of a sudden she's here in my lap this morning. So we'll just let her stay and see what goes on with it. And, you know, I heard about this young man who was walking through a supermarket to pick up a few things. And he noticed that an old lady, an older person, an older woman was following him around. And thinking nothing of it, this man, he ignored her. And he continued on. And finally, he went to the checkout line, and she got right in front of him. Well, pardon me, she said. I'm sorry if my staring at you has made you feel uncomfortable. It's just that you look like my son, who just died recently. I'm very, very sorry, replied the young man. Is there anything I can do for you? Why, yes, there is, she said. As I'm leaving, can you say goodbye, Mother? It would make me feel so much better. Well, that didn't seem hard. Sure, answered the young man. And as the old woman was leaving the store, he called out, Goodbye, Mother. And as he stepped up to the checkout counter, he saw that his total was $127.50. Well, how can that be? He asked. I only purchased a few things. And the clerk said, well, your mother said that you would pay for her. Ah, a mother's love. Well, you're getting off easy today. Not got a whole lot planned today except to honor mothers and to honor our mothers and to take time to spend in the midst of honoring the mother or whoever represents that mother in our life. But I did want to share an interesting piece of metaphysics that I found on Mark Hicks's website, truthunity.org. And when I was doing my research for today, which I didn't do a whole lot of because I became enamored when I put into Google honor thy mother and father, because I wanted to talk about honoring our mothers today. I knew it was a commandment, but I was called to the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 1 through 4. And where it's again quoted, and in Ephesians, it says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayst live long on the earth. So here's that commandment, but with a promise that if you do it, if you honor your mother and honor your father, that you'll live long, that you'll have a full and robust human experience. That it's a key part of this human experience, and bringing that love and knowing that love that we come into this human experience with. And so on February the 13th, and I'm not sure, it didn't say who did this interpretation, but on February the 13th, 1927, no less, here was the metaphysical interpretation of that. And it was, how shall the child be taught to honor his father and his mother? Which is a good question. So how do we teach the child to honor their mother and their father? And the metaphysical interpretation to that is, teach the child the truth, that God is the one Father, Mother, Spirit, from which we all come forth, in which we live and move and have our being, to which we should be eternally thankful for all things. This teaching will quicken a sense of gratitude in the child, and he will manifest it in honor and in gratitude his earthly parents. So today, let's honor the fact that the truth is that God is the one Father, Mother, Spirit, and that as we move through this human experience, that we're grateful for that connection, for that being, for our divinity. And in that gratitude, why, it's our eternal antidote. It's our antidote to everything. In that gratitude, when we go to gratitude, we settle down. We're in the midst of the heart of the mother. So I invite you to move into the heart of the mother as David Trolley and I want to share a little story that you've heard before, and it has some music to it. And it's the little booklet called Love You Forever by Robert Munch, Munish. And just sit back and listen to the story. And then a whole lot of you have sent in, a number of you have sent in pictures and some words about your mothers. And I've got my mother right back here beside the cat, Georgia Carlini, and we're going to honor your mothers too. So, love you forever. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth and back and forth. And while she held him, she sang,
I love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be.
Well, that baby grew, and he grew, and he grew, and he grew. And he grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books from the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, "This kid is driving me crazy." But at night, when the 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang,
I love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
And as little boys do, he grew and he grew and he grew and he grew and he grew until he was 9 years old. And he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. And if he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang,
I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
and he grew and he grew and he grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and he listened to strange music. And sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at nighttime, when the teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room and crawled across the floor and looked up over the side of his bed. And if he was really asleep, she picked up that great big boy and rocked him back and forth. And she sang,
I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
well, yes, that teenager grew and he grew and he grew and he grew and he grew until he was a grown-up man. And he left home and he got a house across town. And, well, that mother, she got older and older. And one day she called up her son and she said, "You'd better come see me because I'm very old and sick." And so her son came to see her. And when he came to the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang,
I love you forever. I'll like you for always.
but she couldn't finish because she was too old and too sick. And so the son, he went to his mother and he picked her up and he rocked her back and forth and back and forth. And as he rocked her, he sang this song.
I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be.
And when that son came home that night, He stood for a long time at the top of the steps. And then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang,
I love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be.
Love you forever, Mommy. Love you forever. Thank you, David Trolley. Thank you. And now let's honor some of our mothers I'm going to share my screen, and so be prepared to see the PowerPoint come up again. And I hope you can all see my screen, and give me just 1 second here. There we go. And we start with, we got a sneak peek at a Stauffer lady. But we start with Mary Marjorie Beale Morrill, mother of Don Morrill. Don says she was a devout Christian Scientist. Frances May Stuckman Stauffer, mother of Cam Stauffer, June 24th, 1926 to August 23rd, 1999. My school teacher, Mom, taught me many things, including something typical of her Midwestern farm girl grit. Don't ever back down to a challenge. And if you know Cam, she took that to heart. Thank you, Cam. That's great. And next, Lula Patricia Bailey, mother of Sharon Turner. Sharon writes, love, all were welcome at her favorite place, the kitchen table, ready for dialogue and her famous curry chicken, Rhodes and Sog. She transitioned on July 5th, 2001, and was 81 on March the 17th of that year. Thank you, Lula. Thank you. Dolores Ramona Hill. This is Julie Curry with her mother, Dolores. Dolores Ramona Hill, September 25th, 1920. She loved being a nurse and taking care of people. She is very gracious and kind, but yet shy. She lived to be 94 and a half with congestive heart failure. She was amazing. And so is your daughter, Julie. Thank you, Dolores Ramona Hill. Ah, look at this beautiful lady. Eva Gerber Wally, mother of Anne Richardson. Beautiful. Thank you. And those flowers are gorgeous. Olive Adelia Weathers, mother of Paula Schneider. Born November 8th, 1925, transitioned 2005. Mother was sweet and highly intelligent and began teaching me to read before I could walk. She was a kind, gentle heart. Thank you, Paula Schneider. What a great picture. Kathleen Clark Morse, mother of Denise Morse. Born October 13th, 1926, passed December 12th, 2012. Kay Morse, artist, dancer, and mother to David and Stephen, and grandmother to Jonathan, Peter, and Tanner Morse. Ah, thank you, Kathleen. Thank you. Thank you for Denise. Luella and William N. Trolley, mother and father of David Trolley. David says he found this picture of mom and dad. They first met at ages 5 and 8. I think that this photo was taken before dad went into World War II service. Dad lived from 21 to 89, and Mom lived from 25 to 2016. And David says, when I reach the other side of life, I will find my mom where God keeps the very best mothers ever. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Luella and William. Beautiful picture, beautiful son. Oh, and Dixie Tyler's mom and family. Uh, Her mom and dad were on a date in this picture, and her grandmother was the mother of her grandmother, the mother of 15 children. And this is her mom down here playing ball with family and friends by the country schoolhouse they all attended. And Dixie says her mother was a farmer's wife. And gosh, what a beautiful large family. What great pictures, Dixie. Thank you. And thank you for Dixie. Thank you. Wow. And Dorothea Scott Hubble, mother of Dottie Bonneau. Dottie Bonneau's mother was with us from 1922 to 2011. Beautiful picture, Dottie, and beautiful daughter, Dottie. Thank you, Dorothea. And you can see the resemblance here. Hazel Marie Ketchum Lofton, mother of Emily Thoreau Threat. Emily says that my mother was an avid community leader and a loving wife for 53 years, and she was with us from 1918 to 1995. Thank you for your beautiful daughter, Emily. And Pauline Wright, what a great picture this is. Can't you see her? Mother of Kathy Lighthall. My mother, who Kathy says, born December 18th, 1930 and transitioned November 29th, 2012. My wonderful mom and I used to go to J.C. Penney's to pick out patterns for dresses she would make for me. I got to pick anything I wanted. Mom was very modern and mini skirts were just fine. Well, thank you for that, Pauline. We all appreciated that. Thank you. Oh, and here's a fabulous picture of Esther Seichel, mother of Kent Seichel. What a great scene that is. And I've been waiting to read this one since I received it in the mail. Esther Seichel, January 7th, 1933 through November 15th, 2017. And Kent Seichel says, Mom taught me so many things. Among them, how complete a mother's love is, how to overcome adversity, and how one glance at her could change my behavior. He says, yes, I may have been a challenge. Well, Kent, that's hard to fathom. But thank you, Esther, for bringing us Kent. Oh, gosh. And now, oh, this is a great picture, too. And I hope I say this right. Marie Eudoxie Sveni Mohagan, the mother of Grace Fran Seichel. And if I murdered that, I'm sorry, Grace, but she says that Marie, her mother, shared this human experience from September 1922 through November of 95. And she says, my mom was a good-natured and fun to be with, and I am grateful for this opportunity to remember her. She's been gone a long time, a lifetime ago, and it warms my heart when I think is her big, soft, warm hugs. So there's a big, soft, warm hug for you, Grace, coming direct from Mom. Absolutely. And thank you, Marie, for Grace. We appreciate her. And there's Doris Barton, mother of Sue Barton. And Don and Sue, I texted with them this morning. They were on a train going around the corner in Richmond to Oakland to a family gathering, so they couldn't be with us, but it's great to have Doris Barton with us today. And Sue says, my mother, Doris Barton, she was kind, had many longtime friends, was a teacher, and loved my capable father. She had her rules. And here's David Fleming's mother and aunts. His mother, Ollie Morgan, Fleming Kaiser, and sisters. And David says this, it was so much fun well, he says this about his sister. So His mother, May of 1909 to April of 1990, Sister Shirley, and I'm including my sisters to honor them as mothers. Remove sisters. Oh, he says I can remove the sisters. There's too many. I didn't mean to copy that. They spoiled me, he says, which I love. Mothers and sisters all lived in Jackson, Tennessee, where this photo was taken. And he gives us a quote from a poem that David wrote circa 1947 while in third grade. I love you, dear mother, but I wish I had a brother. So there we go. And last but not least, Carol McAvoy, mother of Robert McAvoy. I had the pleasure of knowing Carol McAvoy, and she was such a delight. She came to my home in San Francisco in 1984, and I believe, if I recall correctly, she had gloves on. And Carol McAvoy, Bob says, from February of 1916 to August 1987, she was always there for me. So thank you, Carol McAvoy, for Robert McAvoy. We appreciate Robert, and I especially appreciate him. Thank you, Carol. And let me see if I can find out how to stop sharing. And thank you for, hold on one second. Oh my. Oh, there we go. Mary, stop, or somebody stop sharing me if you could. I can't. There it is. There we go. Sorry. Couldn't quite get that to happen there. So, thank you. Yay, yes. Thank you for honoring our mothers today, for being here on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. And so it is.